Okay, awesome. Let's do this. I'm just going to share my screen now. Hop onto that screen. And now we can go. Of course, it's on the other screen that I'm sharing, but we're over here. So don't mind if I'm looking in the opposite direction. Okay. So what we're going to do is something that I'm going to actually find a lot more fun. And that's starting a sheet. The sheet that I originally made for you guys haven't been live because of Easter and other things like that. But I want to show you how I'm going to create this sheet. So not only can we retain some data, but we can also look at improving it. This is going to be almost a journaling type video. And maybe if I have time, we'll also go over the results of the Starlight and what's been going on in the past week. And I can update it on there. So we'll have something together that we can work on. And maybe in the coming months or the coming years that I'm here and we're doing stuff together, well, we can make some changes and make this strategy a kick-ass one. Not only that, but I am going to be going over my crypto group and the results over there, because I really want to look at everything. And maybe if you guys are interested, I'll go over my scalping results as well on oil, and you can track how I'm doing. Now, oil, I should point out, is realistically completely mine. I don't shout out trades, so I don't have any transparency or any other way apart from my accounts to show you how I'm doing. I'm not going to share them, not any day of the week. Now, crypto, I can say, or bring 20, 30, 40, 50 people out here, and you could ask them, do I shout out these trades? The answer is yes. And it's the exact same with my Starlight strategy. So just want to point that out there that, I can actually say that people do use these. So let's go on to Sheets. Of course, this is the wrong one. This is the crypto one. Right now, you can see a whole lot of trades. In fact, I haven't updated this. We're not even on 35% anymore. We're actually in 40. So if I go File and I go New, let's go onto the spreadsheet. Okay, awesome. So first things first, we really want to get down the date and the time. Of course, I did that. In a separate box, please. Date, time, pair, because we're going to be using multiple time frames. I'm going to be saying time frame. Now, that doesn't mean session, right? Session is Asia, London, New York. I don't care about that because I'm already going to know from the time. I'm already going to know. So from here, I'm going to look at stop loss, potential stop loss, take profit, I should say it would be results. So potential take profit and actual results. And then we can have our before and after photo. That's all I'm going to put in here right now. The before and afters are, oh my God, I'm late. Remember to like and subscribe. Yes, exactly right. The before and afters are essential when we're going to be going through these because it's going to allow us to see things later on, such as maybe there's some sort of pattern, because humans are very good at pattern recognition normally anyway. So I'm going to be using that. And if I see things, I'll be able to just look at it and go, okay, yeah, cool. I can see that London session has more volatility. That's a really easy thing to talk about, but that's what it is. So then we're going to be looking at stop loss, potential stop loss, and take profit. Those are all pretty important. Potential stop losses just mean that maybe we could make it a little bit tighter in certain circumstances, and potential take profit means maybe we could go for more. So that's what we're going to be looking at, and that is how we're just going to have this sheet here. So I'm going to share this sheet. I'm going to go Road to Forex, RTF, Starlight tracking. Wow. Couldn't have done worse with that. Starlight tracking. There we go. I'm going to save it. I'm going to restrict it for now, and I'm going to put it in the chat. So there we go. It's in the live chat now. So from here, this is all you really need. This is all you really need, especially when you're doing. Now, for a lot of you guys, I would say emotional comment as well. That is important for those of you that are starting, right? Emotional comments are something that are important for you because especially when you're starting off, what is my emotional state? It doesn't have to be, am I happy or am I sad? We're not looking for that. Is it, am I tired? Am I stressed from work? That sort of thing. Has my child pissed me off? Am I angry? That sort of thing that we can look at. Because I guarantee you this, you will, on the trades that you mess up, have some sort of emotional, status to quite a lot of them when you are starting out. But we're not going to have that here. So with that being said, we're also going to do this for a week on week, which we're going to have this as the tracking page. We're going to have this as our tracking page, and we're going to have this as proof page, in fact. So we're going to do for week 1. So we're going to say, what's the week? We're going to go from the 21st to the 25th. 21st to 25th. This is our week. We're going to have percentage saved, percentage lost. Let's do it this way. Percentage lost. That's what we're going to have. So with our rules, if we're following them, by following the rules, how much did we save? But consequently, how much did we lose by following the rules? And then we'll look at that. And then we're going to have the total rules, and we're going to have total no rules. And we'll have that running there. So that is what we're going to be looking at, all in all. So that's pretty easy in terms of the tracking sheet. That should be pretty easy looking at this. It's going to be fun as well, putting all this stuff down and having a look at it. So if I go to, and I reset all my alerts, and now everything's working perfectly, which is great. 21st. Wow, we had so many trades. Hey, we've had a lot of trades. Well, let's start here and just go through all the 30 minutes first, because we've got 30 minute, and then we'll go through the 1 hours, the 2 hours, and the 4 hours. So the 21st at 10:30 a.m. Yeah, right here. So it would have started at 10 a.m., obviously, and then it would have gone through here. So in fact, I can see that I'm just going to clock off Great British Pound AUD for the entire week, because I don't want to go through all of them again. So I'm going to clock them off. So would have this been an A-tier trade? Would this be an A-tier trade? We've got double bottoms, but we don't have double tops, right? Pretty simple. So, yeah. Maybe I wouldn't even say these are double tops here. I wouldn't even say these are double tops. Would I even say these are double bottoms? No. You can get onto this and say, oh, well, yeah, Alex, from here to here, that's 37 pips. And when you go 15 pips from the top to the bottom, like that's what it is. It's still going up. It's still going up the entire way. If I'm chucking a trend line on here and a trend line through here, it's going up. Maybe the tops are a little bit smaller, but that's what's happening here. And this is a gap. This is slipping. So I'm not counting what we have over here, because you guys know that I don't count gaps, especially when we're around it. So it's been going up, and it's been going up for a long period of time since here, realistically. And there we go. We're well over that now, and we're in our buy section well over here. I know it is the right amount of time. So we don't have consolidation. I know that for a fact. We're going to go here. Where's our stop loss? I'm not looking at this because it's all slippage. I'm not looking at this. Could we go here? Now that is 34 pips. So that's 36 pips here. If you go on to our Starlight Indicator Field Book that my mentorees have, you can see that in 30 minutes we go to 30. Now for this, we're going to stick to it. And we'd say no, which is absolutely fine, because we would have lost, right? Even though it started to move through here, we would have lost. So if we look at this, and yes, we are going to be tracking it as if it's 1%. We're still going to be doing that. So we saved 1%, right? That's what we're looking at through here. Now, would we have hopped into this sell? Obviously not. It's not an A-tier trade. We know that for a fact. This is in consolidation, even a range. So we're going to say no. You would have lost on this trade. You would have lost on this trade. So then you go straight back over to here. Already at 3% on this pair. Cool. So would you been able to hop into this one? No, because your stop loss would have been too big. I mean, stop loss is a rule technically. Let's see if we actually made it even to our 1 to 2. So let's see if we just completely ignored it. Would we have gotten to our 1 to 2? No. And we'd still be in that trade. So we're just going to leave that alone in terms of saving because we can't say that we have. And it would be the exact same for this one here. Nowhere near our 1 to 2. So they're just two in no man's land. And hopefully that's all right with you guys because, hey, you know, we've saved so much here. I'm just not putting it on. All right. Let's go into NZDJPY 1 hour. So I'm just going to go over here because we haven't taken those trades, so I'm not tracking them. I'm just going to put here so I remember. Great British Pound AUD. Done. Done. NZDJPY. Let's go into the 1 hour. So that 21st at 11. Yes, this started at when? 10. I would have got it at 11. So let's have a look. From here, it started going down all the way to here. Okay, that's 3 days. You know what? I think this is definitely over 24 hours. However, let's see if we've got some consolidation here. I was late, but remember to like and subscribe. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There's 23 and 24. So you wouldn't have consolidation, but would you have had double tops here? No, you don't have double bottoms. I'm pretty sure we're going to have, where does it go and swap over? So from here to the last bit of Friday, that's Monday, it's 1 day and 2 hours. Oof. Okay, so technically, this is an A-tier trade. This is an A-tier trade here. You also, for those 2 cells, wouldn't we even count them because they don't meet the rule of trending? I mean, technically, it has been going down. We haven't reached consolidation through here, right? If we go... So, where's Monday? Monday, that's 2 hours, right? And if we go from here all the way until Monday, that's 18 hours. So we've only got 20 hours. So this is 21 hours in here. I meant the other 2, my bad. Okay, cool. Yes, the previous ones we excluded from it. Yes. So, yeah, we don't have this here. We can actually enter this trade. We will make double bottoms, but still we do not have double tops. Don't have double tops. There's just nothing that we can do about it. We would have hopped into this trade should our stop loss allow. I don't even know if we could put it there. From here to here. Technically, that's 17 pips, but we know on NZDJPY we need 20. So we'd need to find the last 20 move, which is going to be all the way up here, which means that our stop loss is way too big and we can't hop in anyway. So, awesome. Saved 4%. Big analysis there for not a lot. This obviously isn't trending. It's B tier, saved 5%. Wow. This over here, NZDJPY, fantastic trade. Now, this is one that we got absolutely screwed on, which is really annoying. Yes, we did. Put our entry here, put our stop losses right here. Gosh, if we had put it there, it wouldn't have made sense. We would have technically put it somewhere over here. Didn't make sense. Yes, we got absolutely tanked on this one. It took us out, and now it's starting to go up. So our before is going to be here. Our before is going to be here, right? We're tracking results. There's our before date. NZDJPY 0200 Thursday. So Thursday was yesterday, 24th of the 4th. What time was it technically? I didn't hop in at that time, but 0200. Pair, NZDJPY, time frame, 1 hour. Stop loss was what? 0.31. You needed a possible stop loss to win. Well, we haven't even won, but I'll check this later. Of maybe like 45. Possible take profit. NA at this point, I'll have to look at it later, minus 1%. That's what we're looking at right now, minus 1%. So let's keep on going then, shall we? NZDJPY is also done. Just going to put this over here just to make sure that I don't forget NZDJPY. Okay, April 21st. Let's go back. NZDJPY, Chef 4 hour. Is it going to? Yep, there we go. I'm just going to have to do this 31. Okay. Well, so no, because it's moving down the entire time. So yeah, you would have saved again 6%, right? Great British Pound, we've already done. AUDJPY, 2 hour. No, you wouldn't have opted in because it was ranging. So you save yourself 7%. Cool. AUDJPY, 1 hour. That is a lot of them. That is a lot of them. So we know they're not trending for any of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm on the wrong one. So here we go. Boom. So this is a fake signal, so we wouldn't do that anyway, but it's the same principle. 1, 2, wouldn't hop into it. So that is actually 9 there, sorry. Yep, wouldn't hop into it. And I'm just going to put AUDJPY, 1 hour is done for me. Odd Chef on the 1 hour as well. Sells, ooh. So we have our double tops and our double bottoms here. Breaks out, but we never get that breakout through here. So this range actually still occurred all the way through here. So yeah, you save again 2 there. All right, awesome. And we know that we don't have to check that on the 1 hour, but we do have to go on the 2 hour. So it's the same thing with the range. Let's just see if it did break. Hits here, retests, never breaks up. You wouldn't have hopped into the sell. That wouldn't have happened. And you, ooh. Now, because we've got this overall range here. So you wouldn't have hopped into that and you would have saved it. 12. Now let's look at this buy. Because there's a smaller range in here. Absolutely breaks through it here. However, we're still in this initial bigger one, and you would have lost anyway. We're still in this initial bigger one through here. Even though you have your buy there, no, I never would have hopped into that trade. I'm saying no to it. Your stop loss would have been too big anyway, I believe. No, your stop loss wouldn't have been too big, but I wouldn't have hopped into it for that reason. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I think someone in my group did take this. But when I looked at it through here, I was just like, no, I'm not going to. And it wasn't trending up for nearly as long. So actually, following the rules here, you definitely would have got your 1 to 3. So we lost 3% there, right? We lost 3% there, which technically means that if we hit a 3%, you lose 5%. So we missed out on that. One winner lost out on 5% through there. Okay, Euro odd on 30 minutes. This is on the 22nd. Clearly see that it's ranging. You would have lost, right? Great British Pound Chef. So this is on the 22nd. Ooh, would you have hopped into this trade? Potentially. Double bottoms, but no double tops. That wouldn't have happened. I think you'd be okay hopping into this trade. I just don't know if it will have reached. No, it wouldn't be consolidation either. So yes, you would have hopped into this trade. This would have been an A-tier trade. You would have lost on it unless there was news that was coming out, which I can't see at this current point in time. Let me go into Forex Factory just to make sure. This would have been on the 22nd for me. No news coming out through there. All right. So you would have short positioned this. You would have chucked your stop loss right here. You would have gone for a 1 to 2. Yes, we have double bottoms, but no, I don't think we have double tops. See, that's the thing here. You should have been pretty dead this week so far. Yeah. See, that's the thing here. Now that I look at it, we do have a minor high through here. And we do technically have a double top, and we do technically have double bottoms. Why? Because I've just gone from this lowest point to this highest point here. Great British Pound Chef 27, I'm still going to consider that a high. It's much like this one. I mean, this one's going to be bigger, 30. I would be considering that a high, as I'd be considering this one. So I have to put this one on the board. So actually, we've saved ourselves from the rules again. It's pretty easy when you actually look at it. It's pretty easy. It's not the hardest strategy in the world. Now, this one is actually a really interesting one because it's so close to being right. Now, this is slippage, which I do not count. I do not count slippage. So therefore, we've got double bottoms there. And we basically have double tops right here as well. So no, I wouldn't have hopped into that one. That would have only got you to a 1 to 2. So if we're actually looking at this, that's 2%, that's 1%, that's 3. Now we're on 8. Right? That's what we're looking at through there. So Great British Pound Chef is now done on the 30 minutes. Just making sure I don't go over them again. NZD-USD. No, we wouldn't have hopped into that one. Absolutely not. Not in any day of the week. 15. Technically, you're actually dual trading all of these. So it wouldn't be 15, it would be 30. Right? Because we're going to have 1% and 1% for all of them. So that would have been a crazy week, being down that much, not following the rules. Hey, wouldn't have done very well with that. Okay. Odd Chef 2 hours. Well, you know what? There's no double tops, but you wouldn't have hopped into this one. How long had this been trending up for? 16 hours. It's not far enough. It's just not far enough. Yes, you would have got an absolutely insane trade, but if this was a couple of candlesticks later, we're only at 16. That's not trending for a long period of time. So you would have lost out on 2 1-3s, which is a 10%, but twice. So that's 10. That's 28%. Whoa. And suddenly we catch up. Absolutely ridiculous there. Great British Pound JPY. No. Double bottoms, double tops, every day of the week. Right? Absolutely. Well, let's just see. Make sure. 13? No, we don't have double tops. So we got double bottoms, but got no double tops. So technically, we can actually enter this trade. I don't know if we could say it's been going down for that long. Because technically, oh no, this isn't a top. So yeah, technically we are forming a, technically we are going down. So, but it's going over the weekend again. Monday. Oh, that's an 8-year trade. How? That's crazy. Oh, we're so close. See, if we get to 180, then we bring it to... but the stop loss is way too big. So, yeah, no, you couldn't have hopped into it. Couldn't have hopped into that one. Yes, you could technically look at this one and say, all right, I could put it here. In which case, maybe you would have gotten destroyed on this trade, potentially. I don't think there's actually anything to save us apart from that it is on the Starlight candlestick, but you can still enter into these trades. So yes, technically this is a fully legit trade. So not done too well. So that would actually be minus 2%. This is going to be minus 2% as well. I forgot to do the after photo. Of course I did on the first one. But I can always go back over there. Well, I hadn't finished, so we don't know actually. So this one here is at 0722. So I must have been mistaken on this other one. because we're only on to that date. Yep, cool. 0200, and then we're going to be looking at it from here. So that's 0700. 7 a.m. We're going to do Great British Pound, JPY. We're going to be on the what time frame? We are on the 1 hour time frame. Stop loss was 29.7. Possible stop loss, nothing to make that work. Possible take profit, nothing to make that work. And we want to make sure that this is a percent. Right, cool. So let's keep going. That's a strange one. That's a strange one. And the other one got me as well, which is NZDJPY. NZDJPY at 2 a.m. I think what I've accidentally done is, if I'm not mistaken, 1 hour. No, it's at 11 a.m. So I've just put the wrong time in. Cool. There we go. So we can go back to the 22nd now. Oh my gosh, look how big the 22nd is. That's just absolutely insane. These are all on 1 hours. Euro JPY, 1 hour. You can clearly see that's ranging, again, clearly see that. So that would be 32. Don't need to look at that. NZD JPY, we've already done. AUD JPY, we've already done. Great British Pound, AUD, 1 hour. We need to have a look at. I'm pretty sure we've done it in 30 minutes, not the 1 hour. That's consolidation every single day of the week. So cool, save that. Whoa, NZD USD, 2 hours. Here we go. Oh my word. Oh, you know what? That's the most A-tier trade I've seen in such a long time. And we would have taken it too. Would have taken it too. Just depends on the stop loss. Far out. Well, there you go. That's what happens. Unless there was news coming out, which I think we looked at before and said there ain't no news. That is what we'd expect to be a fantastic trade, but it just happens to be that we exited at the very end of all this stuff. So let's track this. -2. 246. Don't worry, you get one good trade, and then we're only down by -1%. So it would have been at, it must be the next candlestick. Give me a second. Come back. So here we go. The buy has disappeared. It comes up when, or am I just mental? So it would have come up at 1700. So it's just not showing for whatever reason. But we definitely did get it at that. It must just be replay mode for whatever reason. Yeah, it looks like it's just replay mode is just messing this up, because you can see that on the 22nd at the 2 hour, we did get something. It is there. Good. I had something similar happen a while ago. Yeah, cool. Well, it definitely did give us the signal because it's here. You can't fake these. They have to appear, right? Well, they don't have to appear, but they're not going to appear for no reason. They're obviously signaled through here. So, yeah, a bit of a weird one. I don't know why replay mode's doing that to the screen, but it is what it is. Can't really do anything about that. Already got up a full photo. I'm in my alerts. So happened. Yeah, exactly right. Cool. So time is 1700 on the 22nd of the 4th. 1700 NZD USD. We're on the 1 hour. No, we're on the 2 hour. Stop loss is 24.6. Possible stop loss. Well, there is no N. There's nothing there. N/A. If we go forwards, yep. Do this, capture this, put this in here, in here, in here, in there. So possible TP is a nothing. N/A. Okay. Wow. All right. Not the best start to this particular week. Okay. What we've done. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So we're looking for 36 on the 4 hours. That's such an annoyance because it's only one. It's only one through here, but that's what we have right now. Can't really do anything about it. So we would have missed out on the proof, which would be another 10. So that's 38. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. We would have actually been above it. We would have been above it. USD Chef on the 30 minutes. That's on the 22nd at 1700. So we must have already checked the other one. Just going to make sure that I haven't done this. I'm going to do USD Chef. So no, because it's clearly going up. No, because it's clearly going up. It would have been saved there. And don't know on this one yet. So then it comes to 36. Then it comes to 38. Look, we're at break even already. Wow, this is just the craziest week. 22nd. No, it's ranging clearly, so that is now 40. Euro, Great British Pound. Have I done that already? No, I haven't. Clearly ranging through here, clearly. So then you save another 4%. Right, awesome. AD Chef. Did I look at this? Yeah, we've already done this one. I don't know if we've done that on the one. AD Chef, 2 hour. So always do that. 2 hour and 1 hour. Might as well just go through all of them. Cool. So yes. Yeah, no, we're ranging through here. This is the massive one. This is the massive range, right? Ranging through here, never breaks it off. So then you miss out on another 4. So that's 48%. Cool. God. Great British Pound AUD. Done. Odd Chef, 30 minutes. Not done. Wow. No, we have done this. We have done these ones. We absolutely have. Odd Chef 2-1. 30 minutes. Don't want to go for it again. Great British Pound AUD. I'm sure we've done this. Yes, we have. AUD JPY. 1 hour, but not the 30 minute. No, we will have done the 30 minutes. It will have been up here on the 22nd. Unless there was literally no AUD JPY 30 minutes. Holy crap, there wasn't. They're all over here on the next day. Oh no, 21st, 22nd through here. All right. Not double bottoms by then. Double tops. Well, you actually don't get double bottoms. Surely this can't be right. That is going to be 17 hours. That's an A-tier trade. They're both A-tier trades. They're both A-tier trades. Well, you've got a top, and you'll have a top there, right? Here's your low. Where's your next low? It's here. So let's see if this is close enough. Ooh. Oh, crap. So you would have hopped into them and moved out at break even. These are 2 A-tier trades. These are 2 A-tier trades. And you would have looked at this and you would have gone, yep, okay, damn, that's close enough. Am I? Yeah, no, I probably would have. Or in this case, just move my stop loss super close. Yeah, out. That sucks. That is what it is, right? Can't do much about that. Would you have won, though? That's a question. Most likely, I'm going to say yes, 27. Well, there's your 1 to 2, but it doesn't hit 1 to 3. So you wouldn't hop into those trades. I mean, you would hop into them, and I'm just going to do 2 at 15.30 and 17.30. Right? There's 2 here. So, and this is on the 23rd. We're on the 25th today. Nearly there, guys. My word. 15.30 and 17.30. 17.30. All right, same thing. AUD, JPY. Let's do this. Let's do this. That's on 30 min. You double up 30 min. Right. Stop loss is 27 there, and that's 34. So this one would have been too big. No, it wouldn't. It would be absolutely fine. So we've got 34, so technically 35 and 28. So we're just going to say 28, 35. Possible stop loss. To make this win, what you would have... Oh, no, we don't need a tighter stop loss. Oh, you could have got a possible tighter stop loss and gone somewhere around here, which is like 20. So the difference between them is, that's 7. So you go 27. Possible take profit, therefore. Well, it didn't go any further. So we can't have anything there. That's just if in case it runs over. Now, this one, how would I have played this? So it would have come up here, and I would have put my stop loss just underneath it. That's what I would have done. So I may very well, should I have been trading this, and for whatever reason, I can't remember what I did with this trade, I would have just put my stop loss here or right underneath it. And if it hits it, it hits it. If it wants to then come up, it comes up. And I probably would have just clocked it at break even, and I probably would have taken that trade. Now, in terms of this, we're just going to say that you hop out at BE. That's what we're going to say, and that's how we're going to write it down. See, there's loads of different ways to play this. That's why mentorship is so important. That's why it's so important. I'm just going to take the same photo. I'm not going to do it before and after because I can't be asked. Can't be asked. Okay. KJPY. This is a lot of trades. No. No to all of them. It doesn't have the time, doesn't have anything. 246, that's 6% right there. 6%, 48, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 54. 54 saved there. Don't know about this one. Euro USD through here. No, save that. Don't know about that one. So that's 58% through there. Jeez, you would have been down 58%. 58. Yeah. Yep. That's what you would have been doing. Already know that one. AUD USD 4 hour. Don't know. USD CAD 4 hour. Would you have hopped into this one? I actually don't know. I genuinely don't know. I think what are we gonna? Where's our news? Yeah, we've got news there. That's ages away. Would have I even hopped into this one? 52. Nah, I wouldn't have anyway. I don't think so. That's 50. That's 52 on here. So no, let's just make sure I don't want to cheat. 50.2. Well, technically you would have had to give it a little bit more through here. Technically, if we're looking at it through here, it still is on 50, and I don't want to be dickhead about it. Let's go back. So, is there any reason not to hop in? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. You got consolidation there. So you wouldn't have hopped into that trade, right? You wouldn't have hopped into that trade. 58, 60. Lots of Ethereums. That's when we hopped into a very good trade. Euro CAD, 30 minutes. I think. Don't know if I've already done this. That's on the 23rd. Yeah, 0014. Because it switches over here, even though this is 23rd, it actually comes over on the 24th. No, your stop loss would be way too big. 62% through there. Great pound chef. I think we've already talked about that. NZD-JPY. Yeah, we've already talked about that. USD 30 minutes. I actually don't know about this one. Okay, so how long is this? Because that will go all the way up until Thursday. Oh, it's only 10 hours. You wouldn't have taken it. You wouldn't have taken it. You would put your stop loss here. Would you hit your 1 to 2? You're not, but you could still be in it. So we're not gonna look at those ones yet. CAD JPY. Double tops. Your stop loss would be absolutely enormous. Your stop loss would be absolutely ridiculous because it's way too small, first of all. So it's 20. So if we're looking at this, we can go 18 to 35. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. Now, would I have hopped into this trade then? Most likely I would have, and this would have been an A-tier trade. Oh, not a good week. Not a good week at all. In fact, quite a crap week. Yeah, it's a trade. It's a trade. It's a trade. Not the best. Not the best. That's all right. That's all right. It's 1 week. It's one snapshot. It is what it is. Okay, not getting a good first, I guess this. We have one on the other ones, but it's just where we are right now. Minus 2%. Woofed. 23.4. So, no, sorry. 24th at 1700. 24th of the 5th. 1700. So on CAD JPY, I believe it's on the 1 hour. Yep. 1 hour, stop loss to make it work. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work in any way, shape, or form. Don't think we had anything USD at 10:30 p.m. Well, when would have this finished? So if we're looking at this 1700, 1600, and it would have come out at, well, if it's 1600 through here, where's 10? Because we're looking at Thursday 24th, USD news, CAD JPY. I know it's USD news, but CAD's basically going to be affected by this. Where is 1030 on here? I guess it didn't get affected by this one, so we'll leave it. It's not a reason to leave. Cool. Stop loss. What do we have here? 20. So we're going to have 20 through here. That's going to be an NA. That's going to be an NA. Oh. Okay, so we need a good couple of weeks coming up. That's all right. That's all right. Yes, this is not the best. It's minus 8%, but it's 2 trades. 2 trades, and then we're up. 2 trades. That's all we need. Cool. Let's keep on going from this CAD JPY. That was yesterday. Euro JPY in the 2 hours. We've already talked. It's in a massive range, so we don't know. Odds Chef on 30 minutes. Wouldn't have opted into this if my life depended on it. Of course, it's the one that's going to work. I feel like 100 to make up for all my newbie losses. Okay, yeah. That could happen. Okay, so this would have been over here. Proof. We wouldn't have hopped into it. Lost 38. Definitely there. 48. Because it's 10, right? That's what we're looking at through there. 3 and a 5. No, sorry. It's not 38. It's plus 5. Guess we get a 3. Yeah, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would have been 43. I think I accidentally, what I would have done is I accidentally put a 10 on last time, thinking we're dual trading and we're getting 2 5s, so we're not. So technically, we're going to remain here at 38 for the mathematical disaster that is my mind. So never would have hopped into this trade. Double tops, double bottoms. It's ranging, so that saves us 62, 64. Whew. We're so close to finishing. This is crazy. I'm so excited. Over here, no. But we don't know. I don't think we're going to know really for any of these ones yet. So I'm just going to leave them for now. USD JPY 1 hour. What is this? No, you never would have hopped into that trade. Absolutely not. Never would have. I don't think so. I can't remember which one I said was a good trade today. No to this one as well. So we don't know yet. Oh, no, we might have actually won that one. We don't know. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I'm going to leave these ones here for today and I can update them later. Cool. All right. So we've got that done. In terms of, and this is the part probably people have asked me to see, or do Forex strategy mentorees. We have triple touch. What are we at now? We are on 3% there, 41%. 41% on crypto, which is absolutely ridiculous since November, since we launched the other day. We're in 3. In fact, I need to update this, which I will be doing today, in which case we lost one, 3%. For some reason, the 3% doesn't want to attach. And these are the trades that you can put onto it. 300% apparently. Yes, because that's what -1 is. -1, 3. Cool. So what does that actually make it up to? 42%. 42%. Which is good. We'll be roughly staying around the exact same win rate. Total 42, 56% win rate. That's 8 usually month on month, because we're nearly up to, what's that? November to December, December to Jan to Feb, Feb to March, March to April, which we're in now. And it's just been that. So it's just been 5 months. 42 divided by 5, 8.4. So technically, you're making 8.4% per month. Oh, that's crazy. I'll have to do the crypto and future course at some point. Well, you can always get on the signals group for a start. And if you want to get that in, I mean, Bondi's already made like, what was it, 1.5K the other day? It's just absolutely ridiculous. He's nuts. He's just come in. He's just doing that. So like, he wants to spend more time with his son. Very nice man, Bondi in the group. But yeah, if you ever just want to do that and then just follow along, I know that's what who is it? Mark is doing. But yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you. Congrats to Bondi. Yeah, he's a good bloke. He's a good bloke. Cool. So I'm going to leave this here for now because I've been going for 47 minutes. A bit crazy. I'm going to update it. I'll make it a bit nicer. I'm going to go back. I'm going to fix some stuff up. And then on Monday, I can update again. I'm trying to at least get the Forex down low. Yeah, pretty easy. Well, it just depends. Can you put in signals? That's what it is. Can you put in signals? It's all sell and buy limits. So you kind of just set them and you forget about them. You generally do, because like I might put the signal out on like Monday. It might not get hit that week. It might get hit next week or something like that. So we woke up the other day and newbie Dave in the group was just like, oh, we had a trade? Like, what the heck? And he's like over every trade that you can hop into. That should probably need to try that. Yeah, exactly. It's so funny because it takes so long to set up, because effectively, and I'm happy to do it on here because it's not really giving anything away. I see him posting lots. Yeah. We'll see. Let's say this. Here's a timeline. A thing is going to happen, and then A thing is going to happen again. Now, once A thing has happened twice, there's no B. You literally look out for the same thing twice. As soon as A things happen twice, you literally just go, okay, I think A thing's going to happen 3 times, and that's when I'm setting this limit here. That's what it is, and then you just go for it. But in between this, we've had 4 days, 3 days, 2 days. We've had 4 weeks. We've got one that's been sitting there for like 2 months. It's just sitting there. And now slowly we're going up back towards it. And all the guys are just sitting there going, come on, let's see if we can get this trade. Yeah. Cool. All right. I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys had a good one. And yeah, well, I will see you in whenever I see you or talk to you. All right, mate. You have a good one. See you later.